Welcome to this last tutorial in the class, the last tutorial about using JASP and the statistical method. We want to focus on, for this one, is analysis of variance, or ANOVA. So the idea is that you basically want to see how a quantitative variable is related to a categorical variable. And if you go to the fertilizer JASP file and go to edit data, you'll see that we basically have as our categorical variable the brand of fertilizer used. There's 5 options for that, A through E, and then we also have the yield for related to the fertilizer. So basically we have our sample size is 30, and you can think of maybe having 30 1-acre fields, and you're randomly assigning a brand of fertilizer to that field, and then you're recording as your outcome variable or dependent variable the actual yield of that 1-acre plot. So as I said, the analysis we want to do here is ANOVA. Let me just get rid of these two things so we can do those from scratch. Obviously, what you want to do is you want to go to ANOVA classical. That's what we're looking at here. And so then you can see, as I just mentioned, the yield will probably depend on the brand. So we're basically going to choose these two variables here. And then what we get is our ANOVA table, which is basically all you need to do. You need for an analysis of variance. So these are the sums of squares. These are the degrees of freedom. The mean squares, these are the two variances that actually we're doing the analysis of. This is the test statistic, and then we get a p-value, which once again is very small. So that means we have a significant association between the brand of fertilizer and the crop yield. So that means that the brand of fertilizer matters. And so once we have a significant result like this, we might also be interested in, well, what is then, so if the brand of fertilizer matters, so if there's a real or significant association, what actually is going on with the different brands of fertilizer. And we can get that by clicking descriptive statistics here. And then you can kind of see from looking at those means that brands D and E have sort of the highest average crop yield. C is sort of in the middle, and A and B are the two brands with lower crop yields. And so again, this is what we see descriptively from the sample means, and our analysis of variance actually told us that there is a real or significant relationship between those two variables. So this basically gives us, again, the quantitative aspects of what we can do with ANOVA. There's many other things, as you can see here, that you can do with ANOVA. The other thing I just wanted to point out is that you can also do a descriptive plot here. And so if you put the brand in as on the horizontal axis, you basically see the different means for the 5 different brands of fertilizer connected by straight lines. And this is sort of one way we can get a graph of the what's going on with the descriptive statistics. Many times people add error bars with, in this case, 95% confidence intervals to sort of not just see what the means are, but how much variability there is in these individual groups. So this is kind of one of the two things you want to do with this analysis of variance. The other thing I want to do is just do some descriptive statistics, which we've done in various places already. So the other thing you can do is to do a side-by-side box plot for your descriptive statistic. So in that case, we would look at the yield and split it by brand. And that basically just gives us another table very similar to the one we've seen before. And then what you want to do is you want to do a box plot. And this again shows you, in this case, what the distribution of the crop yield is in those 5 groups. You can make things a little bit more fun if you want by choosing a color palette, which in this case, I'm going to use ggplot2 again for that. And so this gives you a little bit more of a colorful side-by-side box plot. So I hope this tutorial made sense. I hope this working with JASP made sense to you. This is, as I mentioned, the last method we want to go over with this class. So thank you very much for your time. And as usual, let me know if you have questions. And also, as usual, right, again, if you submit this, make sure you submit the results as a PDF. And not using the fertilizer data, but using the candy data, which is a different JASP file. Okay, thank you again.